Tonight's coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel. Here ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Play action. It's Griffin. Buying time to his left. And his first pass is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you,
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings us up 3rd down.
Stop your whining.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this one's high, but not very far. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll go right back to Evans here on first down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. They'll try the left side with Evans. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Setting up play action. Franks. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. Now a handoff coming left. Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man here. It's Bryant. Touchdown, Falcons. Hunter Bryant. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Panthers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that.
And this was caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Rashad Bateman, 49 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Evans. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Off the play fake. Here's Franks. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Past the 20.
Pass him and in.
And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running right, this is Evans. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Franks will throw for it on 4th down. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down. But they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Griffin. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
Now look out. Griffin hit and he lost the football. It's loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the second week of the regular season. On 2nd and a long way to go. Griffin. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Franks. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Franks. And he comes back with one complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Franks. Throw right side, taken in by the tight end, Bryant. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll go underneath here to Evans. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Evans. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 39.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Franks now. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Evans. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Franks. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through? That he's into the clear. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Jacob Harris, 98 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Panthers 24, Falcons 10.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Cassidy, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Rashad Bateman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
He's got a man. Complete. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. The Franks looking to throw. And Owen coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes left side. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. And he's got his target, Harris. Touchdown, Carolina. Jacob Harris with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Franks trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin. After the interception, here's Griffin. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Griffin. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, a run with Evans. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Sliding out of the pocket. Throws right side, and that's complete. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
They'll run on 1st down. Evans. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time. So make sure.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Darrington Evans. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think, oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Rashad Bateman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Franks now to throw on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is RG3. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Griffin. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the shotgun, Griffin. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Once again, Griffin gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, 39 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass, that maybe they just wanted to. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. They'll go again here with Evans. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Complete to Bryant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Evans. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Yeah, they'll go right back to Evans. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On third down, it's Evans. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On first down, here's Franks. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On second down, a run with Evans. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now we'll get whistles, and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Carolina, they make amends for their